Oh my god, Mary! What the hell do you call this lunch you made for me? I've had bowel movements that look more appealing than this slop. Is this really the best you can do? I had to go and eat my lunch in the broom closet today. I don't think I could handle the humiliation of any of my coworkers seeing what a lousy cook my wife is.
Roger, come on. I'm not that bad of a cook. Don't talk like that to me. And do I need to remind you that I made exactly what you wanted me to make for you? How many of your coworkers' wives are willing to get up early enough to make fried chicken for their husbands before they go to work?
I asked you for fried chicken. I didn't ask you to bathe it in 40 gallons of cooking grease. I'm not in my 20s anymore, Mary. If I eat stuff that's this greasy, I'm gonna have heart disease before I'm 40. I need healthier food. And besides, you left all the bones in. I don't want to have to take the bones out while I'm at work. I'll get grease all over my keyboard.
You want healthier food. I tried to give you a salad the other day, but then you shouted at me that you hate salad. I made exactly what you wanted me to make you, but you're still complaining? I can't keep up with this, Roger. Could you write me out a list or something? If I had a list of things you want in your lunches, then we could avoid having the same argument every day.
I shouldn't have to write a list for you. You should be able to tell that my tastes have changed and update what you make in my lunches accordingly. And it's not that I hate salads. It's that you put way too much lettuce. Lettuce is the most boring vegetable in the world, but that salad was like 99% lettuce.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I'll take that into consideration. Is there anything else you want me to do differently with your lunches?
Yeah, actually. You're packing way too many carbs into my lunches.
Really?
Yes, really. Going back to your awful fried chicken. My God in heaven, the damn thing has more breading than chicken. Do you want me to get diabetes, Mary? Is that what you want?
No, Roger, I do not want you to get diabetes. I think that goes without saying, though.
Well, you could have fooled me with the way you pack my lunches. If you keep feeding me like this, you're gonna end up being a widow before you start collecting Social Security checks. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were trying to get me sick on purpose to cash out on my life insurance policy.
Well, thank goodness you do know better, because I would never do something like that. For a long time, you were telling me that you were getting hungry by the end of the day, so I've been making them on the heavy side. But now I guess you're more concerned about your health, so I guess that will need to change too. You don't have to give me a list, but could I at least have some ideas?
More veggies, less meat, but go easy on the lettuce, got it? And give me some fruit too. Apple slices, grapes, you know, that sort of thing. Also, no more fried stuff. It's clear now that you suck at making fried food, so cook it another way. And when you give me bread, don't give me any of that processed white bread. I want whole wheat.
I'm having trouble deciding whether those instructions are excessively restrictive or exceedingly vague. But okay, I'll try to do better tomorrow.
You better give me something more presentable tomorrow. Not asking for much, just have to be good tasting food that won't kill me. Why don't you take a cooking class or something? I'd be willing to shell out the money for it if it means you don't have to make any more disgusting slop like the crap you tried to shove down my throat today.
That does sound like it would be a lot of fun, but with my work schedule, I don't think I'd have time to go to cooking classes.
Don't give me that. You're not that busy. You can make time. I'm sick of seeing all the stuff that my coworkers' wives make for them. It's like they're eating at a 5-star restaurant. I'm eating week-old gas station sushi. And if that's what their wives are making them for lunch, just imagine what sort of dinners they're eating every night.
How nice for them. But let me ask you, do those wives have jobs of their own, or are they housewives?
I don't know. Pretty sure they don't have jobs, but so what?
Okay then. Well, I don't think it's very fair to compare my cooking to theirs. I'm not trying to say that housewives have it easier or anything, but cooking is kind of their thing, right? Like at the very least, they have a lot more time to focus on cooking than I do. Remember, I make your lunch and mine before I go to work, and I also make dinner after I get home. Cooking in the morning is the worst. I'm already busy enough just getting ready for work without having to put two lunches together.
Now you're just making excuses. There are women all over the world making decent meals for their husbands and working. If you can't do both, then that's your problem and you need to fix it.
Really, Roger? Do you have any idea how hard I work to make lunches for you every day? But all you ever do is complain, complain, complain. A simple thank you from time to time would be nice.
Get over yourself. You want me to thank you? Tell me, Mary, do I thank the mailman for delivering my mail? Do I thank the garbage man for taking away the garbage? Do I thank the girl at the city hall for taking my property tax checks? No! Why would I need to thank you? You're just doing your job. You're my wife. Now stop acting like a spoiled brat and start cooking better. End of discussion.
Hey, Roger. Just letting you know that I wasn't feeling well and left work early. I'm not really up to cooking anything tonight, so I think I'll just order some delivery or something.
Did you catch a cold? Don't give it to me.
I'll be careful. I don't know if it's a cold or not. I just feel really, really weak. That and my stomach is killing me.
You have a stomach ache? That doesn't sound like a cold to me.
I don't know what it is. All I know is that I feel absolutely terrible all over. I would go to my doctor, but his office isn't taking any more appointments for today. I'll have to go early tomorrow instead.
Are you gonna take time off tomorrow too?
I've got a big meeting in the late morning tomorrow, so if I take any time off, it'll be in the afternoon. I'll go to the doctor first thing in the morning, so I probably won't have time to make breakfast either.
Wait, what about my lunch?
Sorry, but I really don't think I'll have time to make anything for either you or myself.
Then what am I supposed to eat at work tomorrow?
I don't know. Isn't there a convenience store close to your office? You can either buy something there or make something for yourself in the morning. Whatever you want, it's up to you.
Wow, so you're throwing it all on me, huh?
I'm not really in a state of mind where I can think about tomorrow's meals, Roger. You'll just have to take care of yourself.
For the record, that convenience store you claimed is close to my office happens to be a freaking 10-minute walk away. You want me to walk that far during my lunch break? And besides, they don't serve anything good there. Just a bunch of pre-made sandwiches and stuff.
Just figure something out, Roger. It's one day.
I'm not wasting 20 minutes of my lunch break to eat mediocre sandwiches. It's not like your food is that great, but it's better than crappy convenience store sandwiches.
I don't know what you want me to tell you, Roger. I'm not going to be able to make you a lunch tomorrow. That's all there is to it.
Don't talk like this is so simple when you know it's not. How am I supposed to explain the sudden change to my coworkers, huh? What are they gonna think when I have to go buy my own lunch instead of taking out the one you made for me? They're gonna think we're having a fight or something. I'll become the laughingstock of the office.
Why are you assuming they'll make the worst possible inference? You can just tell them the truth, that I'm sick. Whatever you do is up to you, Roger, but I cannot make you a lunch tomorrow.
God damn, you're useless.
I just told you I'm feeling sick, and you said you didn't want me to give it to you, right? Why do you want me to make a lunch for you when I'm sick?
It's your fault for not taking better care of your health.
Make it yourself then. I make your lunch every freaking day, exactly how you like it, but all you ever do is complain. If you hate my cooking so much, fine, don't eat it. Make your own lunch. I have more than enough on my plate between my job and doing the rest of the housework.
Oh my god, there you go again. You have to be the victim, don't you? Wah, I'm so tired from vacuuming and laundry. You don't have to do anything. Machines do it all for you. Now shut up and do your job.
You think doing all the housework is easy just because we have appliances? If you'd ever washed a single dish in your life, you'd know how tiring it can be.
My mom worked and cleaned the house and made lunch for 5 people every single day. My mom can do it. There's nothing keeping you from doing it too. Perhaps you'd like me to tell my mom what a lousy housekeeper you are. I'll bet she'd be so disappointed in you. She'll be all like, "Oh, Roger, you poor boy. You don't deserve to be stuck with such a lazy woman."
Fine. If that's what you really want, then I'll get your lunch ready for you tomorrow.
Damn straight you will. Don't half-ass it just because you weren't feeling well. No frozen foods and no leftovers.
You are the pickiest man I've ever met.
For the love of God, Mary, what the hell is this food?
It's exactly what you asked for. I'm not expecting a thank you, but you could at least eat it without complaining.
This has got to be the worst lunch you've ever made me. I specifically told you, no frozen foods and no leftovers. This is worse than pig slop. I didn't even eat one bite. I just threw it in the trash where it belongs.
Really?
Yeah. That's where the garbage goes, right? I'm not gonna ruin my day by getting the taste of this trash in my mouth.
You didn't even eat a single bite, though?
I needed to eat it to know how awful it was.
Uh-huh. Well, Roger, I hate to break it to you, but I didn't make that.
Huh? Then who did?
Your mom.
What? My mom? Are you serious?
You were so insistent that I make a lunch for you yesterday, but I just couldn't do it by myself, so I asked your mom. But I don't think she agreed to do that willingly. She was like, "Is that boy ever going to grow up?"
I thought you made that lunch for me, Mary. My bad. You're not gonna tell my mom that I threw away her food, are you?
Too late. I already did. I didn't leave out a single detail either. I wonder how she's going to feel when she sees your text message saying her cooking was trash.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. You literally just sent that message a few minutes ago, Roger. I took a screenshot and sent it over to your mom, so she knows everything.
Man, this is not good. I thought that lunch you made me looked a lot different than the way you usually pack it. Plus, you put in a bunch of things I told you not to. Thought you did that on purpose to tick me off. You know, to get back at me for the fight we had last night. I only threw it away to show you who's boss. I didn't really mean all that stuff about it looking terrible.
Yet again, Roger, you are a master of missing the point entirely. The issue isn't whether you thought that food looked good or not. The problem was you disregarding the effort that was put into your lunch and throwing it away. I can't imagine how pissed your mom's gonna be when she sees your text. I hope you're ready for the tongue lashing of a lifetime.
Hey, Mary? What's going on? I just got home, but the house is completely dark. Are you still at work?
No, I've been done for a while now. Your mom invited me over to her house for dinner, so that's where I am right now.
Mom invited you? Like, just you? Not me?
And that's right. She told me to come alone. I finally got to feeling better, so she prepared an incredible dinner to celebrate. Good grief, Roger, your mom's cooking is amazing. I'm so used to how my own cooking tastes that I've forgotten just how good food can get. It's also a lot easier to enjoy a nice meal without an ungrateful whiner like you complaining about everything. The meat's so cold, the soup's so spicy. Wah, I don't like vegetables. Wah. God, you can be obnoxious.
Hey, what are you and my mom talking about? You're not talking about me, are you?
Oh, trust me, you were the main topic for the first few hours. Your mom tells me that I don't ever have to make any meals for you ever again.
Oh no. She must really be mad about me throwing away the food she made for me. I told her I made a mistake though. I thought that was your cooking.
You still don't get it, do you? Your mom isn't mad at you because you threw away her food. She would have gotten mad at you even if it was my cooking. No, she's angry because you were being disrespectful jerk to your wife. And I don't expect you to understand this, but in doing so, you were also disrespecting your mother.
What? That doesn't make any sense at all. How was I being disrespectful to my mom? I have nothing but respect for her. She always made me the best lunches ever.
As much as it pains me to disillusion you about your mom, the truth is that she was using a bunch of store-bought and frozen food the whole time.
No way! You're lying!
Ask yourself. She's the one who told me. We actually had a wonderful time bonding over how you are demanded that we make your lunches for you before we go to work ourselves. The only thing you could say was handmade was the apple slices that she cut. Does it hurt to know that your mother had been making half-assed trash lunches all these years?
I had no idea. I always thought she made all that stuff herself.
Your mother and I are both on the exact same page about you. You have no idea how hard it is to keep things running smoothly around the house. And while doing all of that while working and making your lunches for you, while also constantly complaining about every single one, screw that. I'm not doing it anymore. You can make your own lunches from now on.
What? You expect me to pack my own lunch? I can't do that.
Well, you're going to have to learn how really quick if you don't want to go hungry at work. Your mother has issued an official cooking ban on me, so I won't be able to make any meals for you for the foreseeable future. That doesn't just mean your lunches, but breakfast and dinner too. You're on your own.
An official cooking ban? The hell is that? And you're not even gonna cook me breakfast or dinner?
That's right. Your mom told me that I work too hard, so she won't allow me to cook anymore. She gave me strict orders to come directly to her whenever I wanted to eat. Also, since it would be a real chore to have to go back and forth between our house and hers for every meal, she wants me to move in for a while too.
You've got to be kidding me. Who's gonna do all the housework around here while you're gone?
Do I have to spell it out for you? You are, Roger.
This is total BS. I won't let you do this to me. My mom's gonna wait on you hand and foot, but I'm gonna be stuck over here doing all the work? That's not fair.
It's not like I want to have to do this. I mean, I don't even think you know how to use the microwave. I'm terrified of what's going to happen to you while I'm not around to babysit. But my hands are tied. It was a direct order from your mom, and there's no way I'm going to ignore it. You know better than anyone else how scary your mom can get when you don't listen to what she says.
Man, this is such a pain. Whatever. I'll just have to stop by the house and apologize to my mom for throwing away her lunch.
Sorry, Roger, it's not going to be that easy. She also told me to tell you that she doesn't want you coming to her house, so don't even bother showing up at the front door. She won't let you in.
What do I have to do here, huh? Tell me how I'm gonna get out of the doghouse with her. Ask her what she wants me to do, okay?
For the time being, you're going to have to get by on your own. You can make your own meals this week. Look at it this way. Now you have a 100% chance of getting exactly the sort of lunch that you wanted. Anyway, your mom's order was that she's not letting me go home to you until you learn to appreciate how hard being a homemaker is. I'd love to get home to you as soon as possible. So won't you please hurry up and learn your lesson, sweetheart?
That's it. I can't take it. I can't do this anymore. Tell my mom that she won. I now understand exactly how much it sucks to be a homemaker.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my long-lost husband, Roger. How have you been, darling? Are you making your lunches every day like your mom told you? It is nice to be able to make whatever you want whenever you want.
I'm so sorry, Mary.
For what? Be specific.
I had no idea how much hard work cooking was. Between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I don't even have any time left over to do the other housework. And I'm an awful cook. I got so sick of eating my own cooking that I started eating ramen noodles for all my meals. But after a few days of that, I started feeling like there was a massive boulder in the pit of my stomach. It's hard to sleep, hard to walk, hard to drive. Everything hurts.
Wow, I have to say I'm impressed. I figured you'd be ordering fast food all the time by now.
I did that for a few days, but I stopped right away. It's too expensive, and it left me feeling even worse than the ramen did. And I guess I kind of realized that fast food doesn't even taste all that good in the first place.
My goodness, Roger, you're even learning lessons I didn't tell you to learn.
I was always complaining about your cooking, but your food is way better than the garbage you sell at the convenience store. I'm sorry for complaining like that. I was an idiot. I don't know why, but I just felt compelled to complain about your food for some weird reason. I realize now that I really enjoyed your cooking all along.
Then what were you complaining for? If you thought it was good, why didn't you just say so? That would have prevented this entire situation from happening.
That's just the thing. I don't even know. I was basically like one of those Karens you see in those viral videos. You know, the ones always wanting to speak to the manager over every little thing.
I have never been so impressed with you in my life, Roger. Yeah, that's exactly how I always felt about you. You seemed like you were on some kind of power trip and wanted to make sure I knew that you were the man of the house, or whatever.
Mary, I cannot tell you enough how sorry I am. Please forgive me. And please, won't you come home again?
Yeah, about that. Your mom told me to consider divorcing you.
What? Divorce?
So I did what she said and considered it. And the more I thought about it, the more it seemed like a really, really good idea.
But I learned my lesson. I thought you said you would come home once I learned to appreciate how hard you worked to keep the house in order. And you just said you were impressed with me, right?
Yeah, I am impressed with you. Like a student going from getting 10% on a test to getting 40% is impressive, right? They're still failing, though.
I'm gonna be a straight A student from now on, Mary. I promise you. I will never complain about you ever again. I'll tell you thank you every time you make my lunch for me. I'll even make a lunch for you sometimes.
You think I want to eat anything you cooked? Yeah, I'll pass on that.
I'm begging you, Mary. Please don't leave me.
How about you take those cooking classes you recommended for me?
Those won't do any good. I'm completely unsalvageable.
Oh, come on, Roger. There are husbands all over the world who can cook just fine. And I might just have to go and find one for myself. Roger put up quite a struggle, but I never backed down. So a short while later, I was able to divorce him. It's so wonderful to be free from having to babysit a grown man. I still make my own lunches to go to work since it's cheaper than eating out, but I still do treat myself to a nice meal every once in a while. I'm also glad to say that I've maintained a good relationship with my mother-in-law, even after the divorce. From what she tells me, Roger's life has completely fallen apart ever since I left him. In her words, midlife crisis doesn't even begin to describe what's happening to him. He's eating worse than he ever has before, even back when he was in college living off day-old cold pizza and energy bars. He went to the doctor for a checkup recently, and he came back with a laundry list of health problems he's developed due to his diet. The sadness from losing me, the only person who was standing between him and collapse, has also been difficult for him. He comes by his mom's place after work relatively often, just to have someone to vent his frustrations to. That's not to say she just lets him go on and on about how terrible I was to leave him, though. Rather, she's always sure to remind him that he's the one who drove me away by being a whiny, incompetent man-child. And that's a little bit too harsh, even for me. Something tells me Roger won't be coming to his mother for comfort anymore before too long.